Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. We made it. I see some of you already here. Hey, Casey, Ashley, Theodora, David. Dakota's here on X. I mean, a lot of us are on X, but it seems like Pop Chat, a lot of you have migrated to LinkedIn. So, Dakota, we'll have to see how this little experiment goes. Hey, Chris from Jacksonville and Joseph from Frigid Tampa. Yeah, I have a question for everyone. How is the weather where you are? Because here, even in South Florida, we have the heat on right now. So I'm wearing long sleeves, but still a Backstreet Boys t-shirt. So let me know how everyone's doing. It was snowing in the Panhandle. Yella's here from Frankfurt. Yes, we love when Pop Chat goes international. And Yella, I'm so glad. Remind me, I know I always ask this, but what time is it where you are? Because I always respect the commitment. But so happy all of you are here. Yes, Dakota, if you haven't heard, I know I've said this before, Dakota is a day one Pop Chat fan, has been part of the chat since I launched it 5 years ago, my very first chat. So yeah, Chris is freezing in Jacksonville. So Dominique, hey, just starting to defrost. Yeah. Oh, great for pond hockey. Okay, but be careful out there, Danny. Okay, Yella, 7 p.m. Not too bad. All right, everyone. We're just gonna jump right into things today. Happy Friday. Again, just wanted to quickly introduce myself. Hey, Tony. Oh my goodness. You all know me by now, but if you're new to Pop Chat, say hello. But yes, my name is Brienne. I am, as you can see, a big Backstreet Boys fan. I went to the University of Central Florida in Orlando, still live in Florida here in the city of Jupiter. Studied advertising and PR, went back to school, got my master's in web design, and I now teach at the University of Florida, celebrating 7 years. So that's pretty cool. I love pop culture. I host a podcast called Making the Brand, been hosting Pop Chat for 5 years. I recently became a mom 7 months ago. So it's great to be back in the swing of things with you all here with Pop Chat. So if you haven't introduced yourself yet, tell us who you are, where you're joining from, and what you do, so we can all make connections. Oh my gosh, Mara's here. Michelle. We've got coast to coast. We've got Michelle on the west coast of Florida, Benjamin from California. Alexa, it's been pretty chilly in Seattle. Okay. Interesting. That makes sense. Buffalo is warmed up to a balmy 25. Go Bills. Yeah. When's the game, Joe? They're still in it, right? They beat the Ravens, right? I'm a little out of the loop. But I think of you every time the Bills are on. Oh my gosh, Vicky's here. Hello, hello. Erica from Texas. Hi, Erica. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, yes. So tell us who you are, where you're from, because unlike the Backstreet Boys, I do care who you are, where you're from, and what you do. So if you're unfamiliar with Pop Chat and how this works, this is a breakdown of the week's trending topics, and we're going to look at them through a marketing lens. So here you can expect marketing, pop culture, community, and connection. It looks like I have everyone except let's see. We've almost got everyone in this photo. But we are going to get started. I wanted to first just remind everyone how this works. First and foremost, be you. There is no gatekeeping or authority here, no matter what your position is in marketing, or even if you don't work in marketing, if you're an intern or a CMO, I want to hear your perspective. So share and reply, connect with others, and most importantly, have fun. So we're going to start with a little icebreaker. I would love if everyone would share a movie or TV recommendation. Can be old or new, maybe something you just finished watching, or just a gem that more people should know about. Yay, Nicole. Nicole is new here, but so happy she's joined us. David from Houston. So many of my past students are here. Go Gators. Yay. Hi, David from the Roosevelts Pop Culture and Nostalgia brand. So everyone go check them out. And Dakota, known as Dak. But yeah, what should we be watching? Hey, Devang, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Goosebumps. Yeah, David Schwimmer is in that, right? Arcane. Okay, Shrinking, big fan. Okay, Tony, the thing about Shrinking though, my husband made this comment that it kind of seemed like with the finale for the last season, it was all kind of wrapped up, or it felt like it could be wrapped up. I'm not sure if they confirmed that they're going to be having a season 3. If someone can look that up, I'm dying to know. Leave it to me to recommend garbage TV. Did anyone watch the Jerry Springer documentary? It was insane. And a lot of marketing takeaways from that also. Just talking about how he beat out the competition, how they topped they topped Oprah's ratings, and they just really leaned into trying to do something different and like you've never seen before. Mara, I know Friday Night Lights, that's your go-to. Such a big fan. Landman, Shrinking really is so good. Severance, yeah, Severance, they're out doing really cool things, marketing wise. Oh, I love true crime, and I haven't seen. Oh, it's a whole channel, a whole true crime channel. To check that out. Only Murders, yes. And the Oscar nominations just came out. I have to brush up on that, but I'm rooting for Demi Moore. Nicole from Toronto, everyone say hello. Ashley. Okay, we have some weekend plans. I figured I'd ask this question because I don't really have anything queued up for the weekend. And selfishly, I just wanted some some recommendations. So I will be bookmarking all of this. A lot of Landman fans. Very cool. All right. So keep pouring those in, but let's go down memory lane for a second before we get into some questions. Today in pop culture history. So, oddly enough, I know there's some hot news and gossip about this, but today is Justin Baldoni's birthday. A lot of bombshell stuff going on with him since he released that video that kind of makes Blake's story seem a little questionable. We also have Misha Barton. She's 38, making us feel old. Matthew Lillard is 54. So if you see them, make sure you wish them a happy birthday. And just for fun, the hashtag holidays today, National Peanut Butter Day. So make sure you indulge. And today's National Compliment Day. So go, spread some kindness. Squid Game, big fan. Kyle says the Dallas Cowboys cheerleader series is surprisingly good. Yes, it is. So that series, when I had my daughter, that really got me through those late night feedings. It'd be like 3 a.m. waking up to feed her, and that's what I would watch. So I will always have fond memories of that series. And the Olympics were on. So I would watch that because it was in, where was it this year? Paris. So it would be on at like 3 a.m. I'm older than Justin Baldoni. Yeah, he's 40 today. Thanks, Yella. Happy National Peanut Butter Day, everyone. So there's your that's your excuse. I hear Matthew Lillard is great with fan service. Tell me more, Kevin. Yeah, anything I know about the Justin and Blake drama, I know against my will. We do have a little bit of a question about this. And Mara, you've read the books, right? Are you into Colleen Hoover? Let me know. Oh no, Kyle's allergic. So sorry. So yeah, please use caution here if with this advice. And of course had to have this Legally Blonde reference here. Also, let's do a little pop culture rewind. Today in 1998, the Titanic movie soundtrack became the #1 album in America. And the album that it knocked off was Celine Dion's own album, which had My Heart Will Go On it. So she like really had the top 2 spots. And all my parents here will appreciate this. There have been 2 soundtracks since that have gone to #1. I'll give you some fun facts here. One of them is Frozen 2, Into the Unknown, and Encanto. I'm sure many of you contributed to this. Yeah, I'd never even heard of Justin Baldoni until all of this. Jesse's here. Oh, this is a good move. I like your style, Tony. I know. It is making me sad too. Um, yeah. People say that I need to read into this Matthew Lillard stuff. He'll go out of his way to be nice. I love celebrities that'll do that, that are gems. Jane the Virgin, we love Celine. Okay, and also in pop culture and advertising history, the famous Apple 1984 ad aired this week, and it had the text on January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh, and you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984. Some fun facts about this ad. Um, it aired only once, and it's known as one of the best of all time. It cost $370,000 to produce, and $800,000 was the price to secure it as a Super Bowl ad. And it's credited with making Super Bowl ads a centerpiece of advertising culture. This says the buzz it generated set a precedent for brands using the Super Bowl as a high stakes marketing platform. Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. I've never seen the sequel, and I only saw Frozen on an airplane, so I really need to, like, have the full cinematic experience. Great ad, yeah, so maybe we should watch it. Um, I found a version where it's digitally remastered, and it's mind-blowing to see it completely redone. Let me see if I need to change my audio here. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but let's watch it really quick. Hold on. 'Cause it's been a while.
Today we celebrate the first glorious anniversary of the information purification directives. We have created, for the first time in all history, a garden of pure ideology, where each worker may bloom, secure from the pests of any contradictory thoughts. Our unification of thoughts is more powerful a weapon than any fleet or army on earth. We are one people, with one will, one resolve, one cause. Our enemies shall talk themselves to death, and we will bury them with their own confusion. We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so a little trip down memory lane. They produced the ad, but it spooked the board at Apple, and they decided not to run it, so Steve Jobs paid to run it with his own money. Did not know that, Jesse. Thank you for the fun fact. Love this. Oh, poor Zeke. I'm so sorry. Please give him an extra hug for me. Okay. So, no, we're not going to watch it again. I don't want to compare Zeke. Hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry, Zeke. Pop Chat's mascot. All right. So let's get into the trending topics. Okay. We started the week with Carrie Underwood. And of course, I assume everyone saw this mishap where she was singing America the Beautiful and she was supposed to have audio behind her. And there was a huge little mishap. So she said, I'll just sing it a cappella. And what I loved about it is that she asked the audience to join in with her. So it was super unexpected, but I think she handled it like a pro. I love this tweet from the American Country Music. It has the speech bubble. We have no music. And it's like, I am the music. I am Carrie Underwood. I don't need anything but my voice, because her voice is incredible. So thinking about this and just preparing for the unexpected, with your marketing hats on, what potential marketing or social media mishaps should we be prepared for? There are so many things that could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? Or maybe you'll answer this thinking about things that have gone wrong. So curious to see your answers, but clearly she was rehearsed and yeah. Curious to see your answers, if anything, if you've had any mishaps. Vicky says, be prepared for a complete outage. Yeah. Or, maybe your platform gets banned and you can't even use it anymore. Turns out we have to prepare for that as well and start making plans. Ooh, Hulu dropped a Carrie Underwood concert document last night. Ooh, only heard negative responses. Yeah, I've heard some chatter. I don't know if I believe it, but I heard there were some rumors where she like threw a fit afterward and was pretty upset that it didn't work, which I don't know if I believe that because I think it actually made the performance better. The way she handled this moment, like everyone's talking about how she handled it with such grace. So she handled it like a pro, but I did my best not to watch much to protect her mental health. Yeah. Thinking you're posting on your personal account, but it was on the brand account. Oh my goodness. Yes. If this has happened to you, I apologize. I've been dangerously close to this before. Prepared for misspellings, misunderstandings. Yeah. Even just if you mean well, sometimes you post something and it just gets interpreted a completely different way. Literally everything. Facebook Live and my microphone receiver wasn't on. Danny, was it your cool Rode mic that you won during Pop Chat? Yes, I love that they caught that on camera. She's like, I can just sing it. And the confidence in her voice. Yeah. Jesse, so true. Anything working in social media means living by Murphy's Law because whatever can go on will go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, and it will be amplified for the whole world to see. It's not like you're making your mistake in a vacuum. You're broadcasting it to all your followers. It's on the internet forever, so no pressure, right? Typos, design errors, or errors, clearly I want to be at the Eras tour, or flaws in your automatization. It doesn't hurt to check things twice. Yeah, things can really go wrong with automation. That's happened to me before. Make a plan, prepare for the plan to go wrong entirely, be pleasantly surprised when the plan actually goes to plan. Yeah, one of my high school teachers wrote in my yearbook, she said, the only thing to plan for in life is to plan to be surprised. And I think about it all the time. Tony says, thinking halftime Super Bowl show and the blackout that happened. Yeah. But isn't it funny when things go wrong and they end up working out better, like it did for the blackout and Beyonce and Oreo? Yes, she is a class act and such an amazing singer. And she is going to be a judge on American Idol starting soon. So that's a big full circle moment. Just left LinkedIn so I don't pop chat from a brand LinkedIn account I run. It happens. Yeah, join us on YouTube if you'd like. World events that have you pausing all content and having to navigate that internally with stakeholders. Yeah, or yeah, speaking to Yella's point, if something was automated and then there's something in the news that's topical that you want to kind of go dark and you forget it was automated. Yeah, staying away from politics has become tricky. I think this is Joseph. So, yeah, everyone reads a political view and everything. Yeah, it's hard to like just be neutral. Everyone be cool. Can't prepare for every situation, so maybe it's better to focus on how best to react when the unexpected happens. Yes, I saw a tweet. I forgot who said it. It was Mel Robbins or someone just saying like, when negative things happen, it's all about just how we respond and our reactions to it, which isn't profound, but I was just reminded of it this week with just, tensions being high and, everyone just, in their feelings this week. A lot of people were, it seemed. Pop chat these days needs to be on the lookout for bots posing as humans. Yes. Remember when we got Zoom bombed? If you were on that Pop Chat happy hour, that was a trip. Yeah. Don't share Zoom links on public platforms. Oh no. Yeah, I hope it wasn't true. Make a plan for mishaps because they will happen. Also, not to be rude, but be ready for lack of comprehension. You may need to clarify multiple times in the comments. Yeah, people don't read, so be repetitive. Wrong screen shared during the webinar. Yes. Oh, should we assume the music mishap was another setup for a Super Bowl commercial? Interesting prediction. I wrote the typos wrong. Oh, okay. I think David has a story here. For the Roosevelt, it's product shipping and getting checked in on time. Sometimes we have to pivot with our marketing content, add a badge saying pre-sale for any delayed shipping or cut a product out completely from an already licensor approved and completed campaign. It definitely hurts our full collection photography and video, but we always stay nimble for last minute changes like this. Yeah, you need a lot of you need a lot of stars to align and a lot of ducks to be in a row for all of those things to go right when you're shipping and there's inventory, all those things. Justin's here. Yay. I think your teacher was a Dan in real life fan. Oh, I'll have to go back and ask her. Yeah, the Zoom bomb, not good. Yeah, good times. All right, so keep sharing your thoughts here, but let's move on. We've got another question about Bad Bunny this week. So, you may have heard that he skipped New Music Friday with his new single and new album, right? The whole album came out, I'm pretty sure. And New Music Friday, I mean, that's been a thing that started 10 years ago, and we're all pretty much trained to look for new music every Friday. But I learned that it was met with some resistance from record stores, and just a lot of people weren't on board at first. But now it's really become something that artists have leaned into. Spotify has whole New Music Friday playlists, but Bad Bunny bucked the trend this time. And according to my research, and in this Vulture article by Justin Curto, he didn't really give a reason for why. So I want your theories. Why did he do this? What may be the strategy behind skipping New Music Friday? I think we have some music marketing professionals in the chat also. So what could be the strategy behind this? I'll hush for a second, give you a moment to think. I always say that and then I just keep talking. Evergreen advice. When everyone zigs, you zag. They're writing headlines about it, right? Wanted to get the press and have it to be more about just him. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Break the trend. I know Kyle will have thoughts about this because he's all about breaking the rules. This is my favorite theory. Yes, so Heidi Montag could get the top spot. Didn't want to disrupt her her success on the charts here. Didn't hurt as his album still hit #1. Yeah. Which, thank you for bringing this up, Tony, because I've read that that's why New Music Friday is a thing, because it gives you the most time between the release date and when Billboard releases their charts. It gives you the most time, so the most time for people to buy the album and stream it. Could he be going for the scarcity angle? Probably. He released it on a Sunday. I can't remember if I said that. So, you know, Sunday is kind of a slow day. I would listen to his album. To be controversial, yeah, we're talking about it, talking about him bucking the trend. I bet others are too. Do we think that New Music Friday will become a thing of the past? I want to say that Beyonce started it. I want to say the Lemonade album had something to do with it. Kevin says, interesting PR strategy, since there is the aspect of him being singled out and getting coverage about it. There's also the story about how he dropped out of Hot Ones. Oh, I didn't know that. I knew he was going to be on it. Why? Why would he do that? I was looking forward to that. Alexa says, I think he wanted to stand out and not let his release get lost in the noise. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me. New Music Friday, you're kind of competing with everyone else. I know even Beyonce and Taylor have released new music on days other than Friday, so I don't think it's a huge deal. Bad Bunny doesn't need New Music Friday to get play. Getting him headlines, yep. David said he can assume maybe he feels like the whole album should be listened to. His recent one has a full message to be said, a love letter to Puerto Rico. Oh, okay. I need to understand what DTMF translates to. I know that's the name of the single. Maybe, just maybe, an isolated song wouldn't have enough narrative to support his main goal. This is an interesting point, David. It makes me think of Adele. She was the one who campaigned to Spotify to when they play an album, to default that it plays it in sequential order. Because whenever you would go to play an album, it would default to shuffle. And Adele was like, what are you doing? Like, there's a method to my madness here. I have the songs on the album in this order for this reason, because there is a larger narrative. So I think you're onto something there. Do the opposite to stand out. If you don't need the boost from the systematic schedule, you have the flexibility to make your own rules. New Music Friday is still a great thing for those trying to get into the mix. Yeah, because Spotify pushes it hard. He knows that New Music Friday isn't the end all be all. TikTok and Instagram are the number 1 and 2 drivers of music discovery. And if you look at Instagram sounds on trending, he held the top 10 spots. Oh, interesting point. That is a good point. Yeah, he's all over TikTok with this right now. Good Music Fridays. Oh, I didn't know that. Filmed halfway through Hot Ones. Not sure if they continue. Oh, we're going to need to see the raw footage. Yeah, why this was switched to Friday, I remember albums coming out on Tuesdays. Yes, that's exactly right, and that's what, record stores were used to, so they got some pushback, or they were pushing back saying, like, "That's what our staff does." Um, I don't know. What's wrong with Tuesday? Tuesday, you have, like, the full week to listen to it during your commute. Uh, Tyler, the Creator and Kendrick Lamar. Yes, Tyler, the Creator has done it. In fact, he was mentioned in that Vulture article. I should drop the link for you. It's both a gamble and a flex driven by his fan support. It also pushes back against the industry and feels consistent with his album's theme and approach, especially in today's attention economy. More on attention and consistency coming up here, Dominique. Thank you for the segue. So the question is, how do you maintain consistency in your content without it becoming stale? Because that's kind of my theory, is like New Music Friday maybe felt like a stale approach to him. Like, it's been done every Friday the past 10 years. So let's break the mold a little bit. But how do we, as everyday marketers or content creators, maybe stick to a consistent schedule, but keep things fresh? And selfishly, I'm looking forward to your answers, because even with Pop Chat, it's a live stream every Friday. So, you could even think about me as an example if you want. How do we keep things fresh yet sticking to a schedule? Do we need to switch it up? Do you want Pop Chat on Tuesdays? Maybe we can make that work. Christian's here. This gives me the same vibes as when artists used to release albums once every few years. Then in 2020, Taylor Swift was like, hold my microphone. And now they release them so much quicker. Yeah. And just the volume, like her pandemic albums were insane. Yeah, Tuesdays. Kyle says, my wife works at Warner. They switched to Fridays because they thought people were more willing to go out and buy the albums after payday. Huh. Interesting. Oh my gosh, this brings me back to buying the Millennium album in 1999. I remember my dad picked me up from school. We went straight to Walmart. This was traumatic for me. We went straight to Walmart, and by the time we got there, all they had left was the cassette. All they had left was the cassette. I was heartbroken. So, I can't remember what we did after that. I know I got the CD, so we must have gone to another store. My dad is such a gem. And now I wish I actually bought the cassette, because I think that would be like a cool collector's item. Okay. According to Google, they changed the day to combat music piracy by creating a standardized global release day on Fridays, which is considered a better time for listeners to access new music due to weekend availability. Yeah, and payday, all these things. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Vicky. Yeah, trying to keep it fresh, right? We're doing a live stream, so I guess that counts. Try new things, mix up the design or the copy. You can still maintain consistency while sticking to the same schedule. I like to look at other industries to see what they're doing. Yeah, that's so true, that we often look like to see what our competitors are doing, but some of your best ideas happen when you look outside your industry. Don't push it too much. Set yourself a schedule, but stay curious and flexible. Yeah, what's that line from Ted Lasso? Stay curious and flexible. We'll go with that. Seeking inspiration from others helps a lot as well. Yes, influencers. Ah, maybe I need some Pop Chat influencers. I think you all already are, whether you realize it or not, just by you being here. And if you ever share about Pop Chat, it means the world to me. Stay fresh to death with the Roosevelts, right? Always have a wild card post for the Roosevelts. Our social post on Fridays tends to be some random BTS on set. We're a bunch of weirdos. It's always out of pocket compared to our teaser and launch posts. Isn't that the best when you're just out of pocket, off the cuff, on the fly? What other prepositions can I say? When those do the best, yeah. Get the weekend to stream it. I think of it a lot like coloring. Have clear boundaries and then do whatever you want within them. Ooh, okay. I love that. This warrants my little woo, woo, love that. So cool. Dakota, what do you think of my oh, I forgot that it just like plays it on loop until I stop it, but you get all the kudos. Dakota, as a streamer, I need to know your thoughts on my setup here and how I'm doing. Um, Speaking of Dakota, as someone who posts literally every single day, yes, Dakota does a daily vlog, folks. There will be some staleness naturally, but that doesn't mean you can't have some variety. Have your consistent, iconic story beats and brand recognition pieces, but always be looking to add in pattern interrupts and new spins on stuff. I love the way you're thinking of this. Joe, right? Yeah. Be curious, not judgmental. And the thing about that is, doesn't he attribute it to like Teddy Roosevelt or something in Ted Lasso? I looked it up and that's not a real quote. So, Joe, you might know about it actually. Guillermo's here. This brings me so much help because I'm looking at new ideas. Did I miss what Danny said? Oh yeah, looking at other industries. Absolutely. Danny says, though I moved to the healthcare industry, I still seek inspiration from sports to see what I can adapt into my industry. I love that. Connect with Kyle, Danny, because he's about like kind of breaking rules and switching things up in an industry like healthcare, or he works in insurance. And I think you guys would have a lot to talk about. Revisit your old content, repurpose, recycle. Yes. Brainstorming. Alyssa, invite in new ways to have fun, whether it's a new format, type of content, incorporating those moments. Yeah, and I have a lot of ideas for this stream, and I'm trying to like each week kind of introduce a new little segment or experiment. So I was beating myself up. I was like, I have all these ideas and I need to have them all figured out by this first, second, and third stream. But that's not how real life works. So we're going to dare mighty things and keep trying. Where is Dakota vlogging? Instagram, TikTok. Are they on YouTube too, Dakota? He does a daily vlog. He's on Twitch. Please check him out. Oh yeah, it probably was Walt Whitman. But it's not a real quote, right? Chris says consistency can live in the edges. I love all these like coloring fun analogies, while the center stage provides for the freshness and newness, such as visual content can use consistent frames, color treatments, but then you have your safe area in the center for some variation. In other formats, keep your anchors consistent, like opening and closing copy and bumper copy, music and audio, so people know where they are. Then you have the rest of the stage for creativity. Ah, love this. Where's my woo? Wait, I love that. Okay. Yay. Oh, I try. I just want to bring all of you together because I think you're so awesome. Yes, Dakota does a cooking show. This is new. I've seen a few episodes. Hey, Anthony's here. Freshness is up. Freshness is up, audience, not the creator. Freshness is, I don't get it. Help me, Anthony. Is there a typo here? But hello, check out his channel. All the weird music. I opened up my microwave and there was a Dakota block inside. Jason's here, always making an entrance. This is where you can find Dakota. Drop the links. Please drop the links up to the audience. We're going to decode it. But yeah, thanks for being here, Anthony. Okay. Speaking of Colleen Hoover, Justin Baldoni, so much has gone on. But as I mentioned, Justin Baldoni released some raw footage that kind of makes Blake's story look not as great as we thought. And in the midst of all this, Colleen Hoover, the author of the book based on the movie, the author of the book the movie is based on, deleted her Instagram. I thought this was a huge bombshell. She's caught in the middle, but she sided with Blake Lively at first. And then Justin released this video and she straight up deletes her Instagram. Mind you, she has 2 million followers. And she's like, nope, I'm out. So, what do we think about this? Is going off the grid a smart response to a PR crisis? You too would force us to listen to it. I still have that album on my phone. It makes me really upset. La la. How does it start? The first song is like some like weird la la la. Sorry to you too. Yeah. Check out Dakota's stuff. But yeah, was this a good move? Is going off the grid a smart response to a PR crisis? Let me know what you think. This is like an episode of What Would You Do? What would you do if you were Colleen Hoover? Want to see some of your answers, but I get it. I get it if I were her. I don't know if it was the smartest move. No. You two put another album on my dad's phone this year and he was freaking out. They didn't learn their lesson? Lathan says, never go silent. You have to control the narrative. Take it from someone who did social media for a cruising company at the start of COVID. Woof. I bet you have some stories, Lathan. Yeah, never go silent. Yes, this is where I get it. It's smart for her mental health, maybe, but there might be a lot more disasters for her to come back to later. Yeah, I thought about this. I was like, I mean, she could have just deleted the app and told herself she wasn't going to go on it. But if she's still on, if other people can still find her profile, that still gives people the opportunity to say stuff and attack her. And it's too tempting not to read it eventually. But now people just don't have an outlet to say those mean things. So I don't know. I've gone off the grid before, quit all my socials, only kept my blog and YouTube. It calms everything instantly. I don't know about this situation specifically. Yeah. No, it will only result in more speculation. It's better to stay calm and work on a proper response. Yeah, Yella, I think this, you're right. I think this made it worse. I think this is kind of an admission of her realizing maybe she took sides a little too soon, or she shouldn't have taken sides, or she didn't have all the facts. I think this is kind of an admission of being at fault a little bit, or being unsure. Because she could just double down on her beliefs if she really believed in them. Going off the grid allows others to control the narrative and the court of public opinion to decide what is true. Doesn't typically work out well. We saw this with the recent controversy around Cody Ko as well. He went radio silent, and that has been received more poorly than a half-assed apology. I'm not familiar with this, but I will take your word for it. Michelle says, yes, I think for her position, it's appropriate. If you don't know what to say nothing. I'm sure she'll be back once the dust settles. Yeah, I think I agree with this, but I think she could say nothing and still have the account up. I don't know, but I don't know. I can only imagine what her comment section looks like. Somebody needs to sue somebody else so we can stop talking about this. Yeah, it's a big story. I saw something saying like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' careers are ruined over this. Only time will tell, but damn. Silence is a lot louder than a bad statement. I wonder if she just deactivated but not fully deleted. How can we confirm this? What's the big difference? If you go to her profile or try to, it says like, sorry, this page does not exist. She's an author. Her bread and butter is books. Yeah, just write the books then. And the good thing about books is they're not a two-way medium. So if people are angry at her, they can't respond to her books directly. Reeks of guilt if you don't at least try to squash something first. Yeah. Rachel says for Hoover in particular, there's a difference between backing off and going dark. If she had stayed on and commented as she could respond thoughtfully, going dark is going to raise suspicion. She could have given her team account access if she wanted to take a break. Yeah. And does everyone know here about the Streisand effect? It's kind of what's happening. Like she's just putting a spotlight on something she didn't want people to see. Yeah, I don't blame her. Doing it for your own health is fine, but as a response to a PR crisis, no, more questions arise. That is true. Maybe it depends on the circumstances. Yeah, I think it's weird because she was just caught in the middle. Like it's different than Blake Lively deactivating it. Like she was just kind of in the middle. She just picked a side. Like she must have really been getting heat for it. So, oh yeah. If you're getting caught up, yes. What did I miss here? Scrolling. Stop worrying about what is working and make content you would watch. That is good evergreen advice. Not ruined yet, but it won't help if they don't stop talking about it. Yeah. Someone was saying that like at this point, Blake should just drop the lawsuit. I don't know if the evidence Justin Baldoni releases that. What's the word I'm looking for? What's that word? There's a word about guilt. I can't think of it. Starts with an E. But yeah, if it would free him of guilt that much, but exculpate. They're going to Streisand affect themselves into losing work because they couldn't lose the ego. Whoa. Ooh, Jesse, hold on. You get a little tone for that. Okay. Yeah, damning evidence. Yeah, I think it was exculpate that I was looking for, but we'll see. Thank you for the assist here, guys. All right. Let's talk about Netflix. Same brain. Netflix is raising prices again. If you're a Netflix subscriber, let me know. Put in the chat either the word keep or cancel. Are you keeping it or are you canceling? I'm very curious. All the plans, or no, the standard plan is going up by $250 to $17.99 per month in the US. Are you keeping it or canceling it? So the advertising tier is going to be $7.99, standard will be $17.99, and premium, what do you get with premium? Is going to be $24.99. And it makes me wonder what I have now. Want to go do karate in the garage? Yes. Yup, we became best friends. Bye, Vicky. Thanks for hopping on. Ooh, Tony's been canceled since 2023. We're not having it. Canceled for years, downgrading. Interesting. So, this is being met with some backlash. It's where I keep all my stuff, shows I like. Yeah. My kids watch it too much. Yeah. So they have 305 million subscribers globally. And this year they saw their biggest subscriber jump ever. So I'm curious, what are the signs that a brand should raise prices? I mean, I think they're always going to be met with backlash. No one likes a price increase, but what are the signs that a brand can do it? I don't want to say safely, but you're kind of in a good position to do it. Korean drama kick. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. A lot of you, don't buy into Netflix right now. Not worth it. Huh. Yeah, since they have become the new cable anyway. There's so many Netflix originals that I like though. I think they do true crime really well. Is this Joseph? I think he's going to cancel. So ready for a shakeout and consolidation of all these streaming services. Can't keep subscribing to this many services indefinitely. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. Oh yeah, and they do their live WWE thing now. Demand. Yeah. It's interesting. You have so much demand and you have this loyalty, and then it's like, oh, okay, let's shake them down for more money. I kind of hate it, but one thing Netflix also said is that they did this to also be kind of commensurate with like the quality of their production also increasing, or enhancing the quality of their programming. So yeah, if they're supplying something new and special, it's okay to raise prices. But if you're bringing the same thing, you have no excuse to raise prices. Do we think Netflix originals have gotten better? I feel like the volume of Netflix originals is a lot. I know Nobody Wants This was big this year. What else? What else are people watching? We got another season of You coming out. Just try and see if it works out. If the customers are happy to keep paying for it, it's a sign the price raise worked. Yeah, and Yella, I think it's interesting that they have the ad tier version. Maybe people will just downgrade to that. Kara's here. Hi. Meetings on a Friday should be illegal. I always need access to Outer Banks. I need to catch up. I haven't watched the latest season. So, okay, Netflix raised their prices. So, what are we thinking? How should price increases be communicated to maintain customer trust and loyalty? How should they communicate this? If Arizona Tea raises their prices, then you should too. Demand only. I'm not paying you more money because your valuation got inflated for whatever stupid reason. Yeah. Yella says exactly. It's all about the conversion and retention. And I feel like Netflix is confident that they're able to retain enough customers to be even more profitable. I feel like with this stuff, they just hope nobody notices. Which brings up the question, how do you communicate this? It's almost like, do you say less? Say less, for all the Forgetting Sarah Marshall fans. The volume is up, but the quality hasn't gone up aside from here and there. For every beef or Nobody Wants This or Arcane, you get a bunch of meh to bad content. That is fair. Explain why they're raising prices, but tread carefully. Yeah. I go back and forth on this because, like, raising a price, I mean, things cost money. So it's like, do I have to tell you why this costs what it costs? I don't know. But they did explain why, because they said that they're improving their production value. What did I miss? Devang says a pop-up when the app loads, and it should include what they did to justify the price increase. Now I wonder if this is just the Streisand effect all over again. They're calling even more attention to it. Netflix has a problem with pushing out too much. Kara coming in hot. Do you think, are they sacrificing quality? It's not great quality like House of Cards or Stranger Things. Huh. Yeah. Is quality being sacrificed by the quantity? You can never make customers happy about a price increase. Some brands don't even communicate it, but when brands do, they often talk about the increased cost of operation. They're already back on the back foot with their forcing of cutting out shared accounts. Yeah, people are still not happy. We're still getting over that. Typically, you want to communicate the value propositions and show how you're still getting good value for the money. That's hard to actually believe these days when it seems like they're taking away more value while also raising prices. Twitch has been doing a similar thing with a lot of price increases recently without much value add. Yeah. This episode of Pop Chat is brought to you by the Streisand effect. Who knew? Kind of the common thread here. And if you're unfamiliar with the Streisand effect, who wants to explain it? I feel like I'm talking too much, but someone can explain it here and also show the picture of Barbara Streisand's house. It's a whole backstory. All right, let's see what Chris says here. When you're planning on giving your customers a better experience or something new, you can justify price increases. Otherwise, maybe look at adjusting the benefits of your tiers to make your good customers better customers. Yeah, and I think the ad option is good. If you really need to scale back, you can do that. We can't share accounts anymore. I'm just going to pay for them when there's something on them I actually want to watch, then cancel once I do. Huh. I like this. I've I've gotten people Apple TV or Apple gift cards before. And speaking of Apple TV, they did a free weekend a few weeks ago, and my best friend, she doesn't have it, but she finished Shrinking because she used to have it because I got her the gift card and then she canceled. And I told her, I was like, it's free this weekend, go finish it. And she did. I don't really know why they did that, but I wonder if they converted some people. All right. We've got a bit more to cover, but it's Feel Good Friday. So share some good news. Let's light up this chat with some positivity, whether it's personal news, professional news, an accomplishment, something you want to recommend, a shout out. Let me know in the comments. I will say I am on a 186-day streak on Duolingo, trying to learn Spanish. So that has been very fun. Also, we can't tell, but my postpartum hair loss, I've got some hair growing back in. Look at this, guys. See that? It's a big win for me over here. This little sprout of hair over here. Things are looking up. So share some positive stuff. Jesse, yeah, Danny and Jesse became best friends. All right, we have a lot to get through, so please keep sharing. But speaking of sharing stuff, I'm going to put Alyssa on the spot here and want to shout out her newsletter, which I think is awesome. It's called Time Intentional. And you can see it's an outlet that's been on her mind for a decade. And she just put out her first issue. The second issue was great. So if you want advice and some thought-provoking content about being more intentional with your time, please subscribe. And I'm going to leave it to Alyssa to drop the link. But I am a subscriber and a big fan, and she came right out the gate with value. So we love to see it. Christian, I got approved for my LLC for my new business. Awesome. Yella, as the language king, I appreciate this so much. Oh, Danny. Oh my God. Look at you, David. 75 days. Yay. Okay. Kara, you are doing so great in your master's program. I made a 97 on a case study in my social media class. You thought I did bad on it. Yeah, I still have the nightmare that I forgot to turn in my homework or something. Sorry, Alyssa. I might start doing this. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for all of you doing really cool things. So much good news. Start a new job teaching, Rachel. That's awesome. Alyssa, out here with just the straight up domain. I thought you were going to have this like long link like I do. No, go to timeintentional.com. That is very easy for me to plug. You're not messing around. You're very intentional with how you planned launching this. I'm going to keep reading these. Kevin, donating blood. That is so wholesome and helpful. Thank you for doing that. All right, let's breeze through some industry news here. I want to check on everyone. How were your 14 hours without TikTok? Did we survive? I love TikTok, but I did not miss it. I am not addicted to TikTok. I am intentional with my time. I have a I want to say like a half-hour time limit or something on it on my phone. So I survive. But if you need to vent, if you need to cope, oh, thank you, Kara, subscribing. Yay. If you need to vent and cope about this, this is a safe space. Joseph, this is awesome. Kara, I was more upset about CapCut. Yeah, me too, because I just paid for Pro. But it's back, right? Most of us were sleeping. So Michelle, I've barely been back on since the ban, and you're such a TikTok girly. Huh. Interesting. So maybe it was good riddance. Do you feel lighter? Let me know. Yes, Kyle, how else am I supposed to know what stroller to get? Yes, Kyle and his wife are expecting, so I don't wish the hair loss on your wife, though. It'll probably happen. So yeah, CapCut, that was tough. The amazing handheld Steam. I use TikTok for a lot of things. any like visual tutorial I need, it's my spot. It was a great break, jumped on IG Reels to explore. Yeah, it's funny how we replace our addictions with something else. Alyssa, unscathed. See, she really is someone who can help us manage our time better because she's she manages to stay away from TikTok. All right. Let's talk about Pinterest for a second. They are scaling back their usage for teens. And what I mean by this is they don't want teenagers to be on Pinterest while they're at school. So I heard about this from shout out to Leah Haberman, the author of the In Case You Missed It newsletter, which I do have the link to that. I've never shared a link, so I don't know how this looks. I don't know if it's shared. Ooh, it looks like it maybe only shared on YouTube. Interesting. But go subscribe to her newsletter. But Pinterest will begin testing showing minors who open the Pinterest app during school hours a prompt encouraging them to close Pinterest and revisit after school. Yeah, we have the Up a Baby Vista. It is so heavy, though. It's so heavy. Drives me nuts. Reading books, that's good. So what do we think about this? For me, I feel like of all the apps to do this, why Pinterest? Pinterest is a source of inspiration. It's such a happy place. Like maybe TikTok needs to do this. Already deleted it. Good for you, Chris. Oh yeah, now you can't re-download it. I wonder if that's going to be the case for a while. But yeah, happy to answer any questions about strollers. We inherited an Up a Baby Vista, which was awesome. And it's really versatile. Jason. We would never bang Kesha's song, especially since she released a new version and cut out P. Diddy. Yeah, like just like we're not supposed to use Waze while driving. Yeah. I wonder if they can just hit ignore. This is a good. How many teens use Pinterest on the regular? I don't know. Are teens like DIYing stuff in their house and all the cool things? Oh. I also remember the moment I first heard about Pinterest. My friend Morgan told me about it. I didn't realize teenagers use Pinterest. So maybe this is like a good Streisand effect. Maybe Pinterest wants more people to hear about it. So they use this as like a weird strategy. So yeah, Instagram is launching a CapCut clone, but CapCut's back. Are we going to use this? I don't know. I have been slacking on my video. Kyle, please yell at me and tell me to do my mom's marketing minute videos. I did them for I've made like 7 and I got burnt out. So, but we started this again. So this is about all I have time for, it seems. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, Pinterest is good. Let's keep Pinterest. Also, Instagram now has longer reels, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Do we have the attention span for 3 minutes? So I'm curious, what are the keys to keeping audience attention no matter the format? Can we do 3 minutes? I don't know. Dakota says, I like the idea that minors have a unique version and experience on apps. That's a really good way to help cut down on kids getting served content that is inappropriate for them. TikTok, for example, in the US has a variety of versions depending on the ages of the users when they're underage. It restricts adult content and ads from being shown to minors. Yeah, I mean, this all just goes back to AOL having like parental controls in the 90s. My parents just gave me free reign, which I think was great. I think I turned out okay, but like I said, I just watched the Jerry Springer documentary, so I don't know, maybe it had an effect on me. I don't think edits will be able to compete with CapCut, but it's nice to have something else in case it goes down again. Yeah. I wonder if it'll be free. Yay, Dakota, this will be great for your vlogs. I wonder if do you keep all your vlogs at 1:30 so it works for Instagram always, or do you sometimes cut down a version just for reels? Storytelling. Yep. Hook me in and keep me wanting to hear more. This works every time. But no, most videos, I lose interest quickly. 3 minutes is too much. I see the Backstreet Boys and Jonas Brothers here. So, Kara, I think it depends on the topic. I can't watch a 3-minute video about politics, but throw a Backstreet Boy or Jonas Brother and I'm there. Yeah. That is true. You only need one, even. Don't even need all 5 or all 3. Longer videos isn't the answer. Good content is the answer. Jesse, I love that. Do I need to give you the sparkles again? Okay, folks. And just for fun, I want to end on a campaign of the week. Post Malone has a limited edition Oreo now. It is a swirl cream combining salted caramel and shortbread flavored cream sandwiched between an Oreo chocolate cookie and a signature golden cookie for a delicious duet of flavors in every bite. Vibes are always going to work. It's weird to me that for so long, YouTube and long form content was a thing. Then with Vine and TikTok, everything shifted to shorter form. Now it seems like these shorter form platforms keep making things longer. My brain hurts. Yes, it's so true, Christian. And it's like, we had cable and cable wasn't working for some reason. So then we introduced Netflix and all these apps, and now everything's a mess. Yeah, the image on Twitter was so blurry, I couldn't even see what the flavor was. I don't know if they're in stores yet, but I really want them. All right, friends. I am rushing through this because I know my husband has a call right now, and I've got to switch to baby duty. But share something you need help with right now. Let us know in the comments. It could be anything. Something you need help with. I could eat. Yeah, I'm hungry actually. We are so back. Long form's back. Pop chat's back. All the things. Share something you need help with right now or something you want more eyes on. Drop your newsletter links. Kevin, surprise her with the Post Malone Oreos. Oh, her review of each flavor is not as good as double stuff. No joke. One time I bought my dad, it was either gluten-free Oreos or sugar-free Oreos. He had a fit. He was not happy. So I get it. We just want the double stuff. Stop messing with Oreos, single stuff, double stuff, and end it. Huh. This is a hot take. Do we not knock it till we try it, though? Alyssa, please report back. Oh, Lathan, I love that you're using this to spotlight other people. I have a friend looking for work in the marketing space in fashion. Any leads, let us know. Partner with a big celebrity, and the joke is that the new flavor is no new flavor. We'll go back to regular Oreos anyway. Yeah, this got me wondering, like, what came first? The idea to partner with Post Malone or the idea to have this flavor? It kind of seems like they went to him first and they customized the flavor. I don't know. Anyone remember Lady Gaga Oreos? Those were a thing. I think they just had pink filling, like little color food coloring I can get behind. Kevin's looking for work. Please help him out. He's in Seattle. So you've got to connect with Alexa, of course. Hydrox were created because once upon a time, Oreos were not kosher. I love me a fun fact. Go to work on your D&D campaign idea, Jesse. Everyone DM Jesse and tell him to work on this. Curious for titles of jobs I should be looking out for. I'm currently a digital marketing contractor, but a lot of the work I do is social media since I no longer do blog posts for clients. I'm still in the very entry-level phase. Benjamin, for me, entry-level looked like marketing coordinator. And it was always just very broad. And I did like a little bit of everything and I got to learn and then I could specialize later. That is my 5-second answer. But everyone else, please weigh in. As far as my helping hands, as always, I appreciate any subscribers to my newsletter by popular demand and would love to see you next week for Pop Chat. And then lastly, one more thing. It is National Compliment Day after all, so reach out and compliment someone today. DM someone after this. Doesn't have to be a DM. Text a friend. Call a friend. Tell someone you liked their work. They did a good job at this thing that happened at work. Let's all spread some kindness. Tony has to head out. So do I. But I will leave this open for a little bit to keep When did I mute myself? How long have I been talking? But we've got 89 people here. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to leave this up, but I've got to run. Keep connecting in the chat, spread some kindness, and I'll see you next Friday. Thanks, David. Thanks, everyone. And I hope you all like my new purple microphone. I take it very seriously. I'm very happy about it. Thanks so much. Got to run, everyone. Thank you. Yes, please put this on your calendar. I think I might create some kind of recurring reminder. I haven't thought that through yet. If anyone has any ideas. But thank you all so much. Appreciate it. See you guys next time. Bye. Thank you so much. Kara, I'm so glad you made it. Even in just your short time, I feel like everyone loved your answers, and we got a Backstreet Boys mention in, so it's good. All right, gotta run. Thanks, everyone. Bye.